Hey guys, it's Disco Spider, and spin-offs that star the comic reliefs normally don't end well. We have Cars 2, Planet Sheen, and the Penguins of Madagascar series, and none of those were good. But now Despicable Me franchise will try with Minions. Um, I like the Despicable Me movies. I like how they took a typical villain and made him do stuff that normal people would do, like raise a child and try to get a girl. In the first film, you really start to love Gru, even though, yes, he is a villain. He does play the protagonist in a way. You really love the relationship between him and the daughters. The movie has a lot of heart to it. But sadly, in Minions, Gru is not the main focus of it. It's the Minions, obviously. Um, I don't really like the Minions. They were okay, not the best characters. I would probably say they're the worst part of the movies. I know a lot of people like them. I remember when the movie came out, a lot of people were like talking about them and like posting memes about them. And luckily, I saw the first one in theaters, so I knew all about the Minions. But this movie does not change what I think of the Minions. So the plot of the movie is that three Minions go all the way to Orlando to find a villain to be Minions to. And luckily they find Scarlet Overkill, voiced by Sandra Bullock. And I don't like Scarlet Overkill. She's pretty bland and boring. We get to know her backstory a little bit, but not to an extent. We don't really know how Herbs and Sandra Bullock got together, how she decided to be a villain and all that stuff. And we don't really get what we got with Gru, how we started to love him over time. We don't get any of that with any of the characters. In fact, I don't really like any of the characters. The Minions, the three main characters of the movie, the Minions, is Kevin, Bob, and Stuart. They are pretty bland, or not pretty, very bland. They don't really have a personality, really. It's just, I guess they kind of do, Kevin's the nobody that wants to be a somebody, like Emmett from Lego Movie. Stuart's like the musician type guy, and Bob's like the little baby type character that everyone doesn't think can do something big. And we know that those characters have been done before, and yeah, it's just they try to have some heart with the characters. I don't really want to spoil it, but something happens with one of the characters, and I honestly didn't really care since they didn't really give me a reason. They didn't really have like a heart. Like the characters really cared for each other. They didn't really have that with like Gru and the children. And finally, the comedy, the big part of the movie. I did not really laugh at all in this movie. I might have chuckled like a few times, but that was about it. Because in the first one, like the first two, Despicable Me, we weren't really expecting all these slapstick humor with the Minions. It cuts from one scene with the characters doing something, then cuts to the Minions doing this weird thing, but we didn't expect it. Therefore, it's funnier. While in the Minions movie, we expect that they're gonna do something humorous, like a slapstick humor, and so we know what's coming, and it's just not that funny. But the best part of the movie, I must say, is the last 3 minutes of the movie. I don't really want to spoil it, but let me tell you, it's a big thing, and it explains a lot from the first two movies. So yeah, do I recommend this movie? If you are a big fan of the first two Despicable Me movies, then yeah, you probably will like this. And if you are a kid, younger than, I guess, 13, or have a humor that most kids would have, then I would say yes, since it's really for kids. This movie is a kid movie, not for like teenagers and adults like the Despicable Me movies. So yeah, I didn't really like this movie. But I can't wait for Despicable Me 3. I have high hopes. Well, hopefully. Yeah. I'm the Spider, and thanks, bye.